Hello students and welcome to another video. I'm your teacher Mr. Flynn, and today we're going to be talking about how to calculate the percent composition of compounds and molecules. In this example, we're going to be calculating the percent composition of water, or H2O. All right, so the first thing we have to just assume is we have 1 mole of this substance. Right? If we have 1 mole of this substance, how much of it's going to be hydrogen and how much of it's going to be oxygen? Okay, so we're going to assume that there is 1 mole of this substance. All right, that's what we're going to start out with, okay, because we're going to be using molar masses, and it's good to assume that we have 1 mole, so it gives us kind of a standard. So H2O is broken into 2 parts, so we have hydrogen and oxygen. So we have the hydrogen part, which is 1.008 grams, okay. Now if we look here, the molar mass of hydrogen is 1.008. Okay, so if we had 1 mole of hydrogen, it'd weigh this much. Okay, but we have a mole of water, not a mole of hydrogen. So we have 2 hydrogens and an oxygen. So 1.008 grams times that by 2, and that gives us 2.016 grams. Okay, that's how much this hydrogen is going to weigh in our water molecule. And then we're going to have our oxygen. So our oxygen, there's only 1 of them, so I'll just write 16 grams, just times it by 1, and that gives us 16 grams of oxygen, and this is of hydrogen, of H2. Now, if I add this together, it gets me, let's say 18.02, I'll just round this up, 0.2 grams of H2O. Now, this is equal to the molar mass of H2O. Okay, so if I added up my 2 hydrogens and my oxygen, that gets me 18.02 grams of water, and that's if I have 1 mole of it. So you can even write grams per mole. All right, we're just making this assumption. Now, what we're going to do is calculate how much of this mass is from hydrogen and how much of this mass is from oxygen. So all you got to do is simply divide it. So the mass of hydrogen is equal to 2.0, I'll just say 2.02, divided by 18.02, and that gives me a total of 0.11. So what we're going to do is we're going to multiply it by 100 because this is a decimal form of a percentage and I want to have the percentage form. So it's going to be equal to 11% hydrogen. And then for the oxygen, I do 16 divided by 18.02. I'm taking the part and dividing it from the whole, and that gives me 89%. Oh, whoa. Dyslexia kicking in there. 89% oxygen, and when I add this together, it equals 100%, which means I've done it correctly. All right, you want to have 100%. So if you're drinking water, you're drinking 89% oxygen and 11% hydrogen. We're able to do that calculation, and it's really important that we do, because when we do chemical reactions and atoms and things get moved around, we can actually compensate and count for all those. All right, so the percent composition of water, if we had 1 mole of it, all right, we would have a small part of hydrogen and a larger part of oxygen, and now we can quantify how much we have of each. Okay? And it's all based off of our molar mass. Okay? Thanks again for watching. Until next time.